game?
I felt we needed to make it a cup tie. I thought we good courage in the game, good personality in the game. I thought we tried to pick and choose our moments to when they have a wrestle with Celtic in that first half. You know, I thought we started off well, a couple of things fizzing across their box. I think if we had said before the game we would have created as many opportunities and got into their penalty box as often as we did, we'd have been pleased with that. So we're mourning the fact that we've not been good enough to take any of those opportunities. The first goal, always important in these types of games, but disappointing from our point of view that we lose a goal to a set piece. I think there's a touch of fortune with it. Don't know if my head knows enough about it, but ultimately ends up in the back of the net, and it's a situation we should have dealt with better. So despite their obvious advantages, Celtic, and obviously all the threats, you know, to lose a goal to set play at half time, we spoke about that. We spoke about making sure we didn't lose the game in the next 15-20 minutes. We needed to start quick. We lost Donnelly to his calf at half time, unfortunately, because I thought he was doing well, but Polworth came on and was excellent. We bring Doidge on for freshness at the start of the second half as well, and I thought the game was kind of still in the balance. You know, we get the break with the second goal being offside, the Celtic score. I wasn't convinced it was offside at the time, so it was a real shot in the arm to us, and I thought we carried the fight second half. But the biggest thing, we did so much right in the game, but we needed everything to go almost pitch perfect night for us to beat a team of Celtic's quality. You know, it was a heavy pitch, difficult conditions out there, but we needed every day to do their job right, and I feel as though the penalty at the end, it's Joe Wright's been manhandled. There's no way Giakoumakis can actually get to the ball, but he's come through him, two arms round him. It's a penalty kick. I don't understand why. The referee's got a brilliant view. I don't understand why that is not a penalty.
You had the chance to speak to the referee?
No. There's no. What's the point of me speaking to the referee? Seriously, what is the point? VAR should be speaking to the referee. That's the conversation that needs to be had. No me after the event. Celtic are through to the final. It's that pre-VAR, post-VAR. That's a penalty kick, and how we can't get to the right decision there is that they get a bit excitable. Giakoumakis just gets a bit excitable. He's clumsy. It's a striker's challenge. He stumbles into the back of Joe Wright with two hands around his waist. It's a penalty kick.
VAR make it twice as frustrating because you know that the officials have that chance to go back and look at it and nothing's been done.
Whoever's in the VAR have to be big enough to say to the referee, "Are you sure you've seen this right? You need to come and see this again." So you've got a real experienced referee there, and you need experienced people to ask the experienced referee to have another look at it. Are you sure you've seen it right? What does it take? It's 30 seconds to go and have another look at it. I think if he sees it again, he'll give a penalty.
Did you ask for more from the team in terms of the performance that they put in?
No, do you know what? I think it's got so many players turning up at Hampden for the first time today, and you're never really sure. I said I would learn a lot about my team today, and I'm delighted with the courage, the personality. I felt that there was a belief. People say, how do you put belief into your team when you see you're facing a team like Celtic? But you know, the belief comes from how we work. The belief comes from the spirit. And I actually did feel there was a real attitude about the team. You know, I thought that we tried as we could, pick and choose our fights, when to go and mix it with them, and when to be smart with our work and try to nullify that space. Because when the game does get stretched, as you've seen it once or twice here, we throw Ash Taylor up at the death and we lose the second goal. When there is a bit more space afforded to them, they can punish you. They're a top side, they're a good side, but you know, my team were good today. We've came a long way. This time last year, as I say, we were at Palmerston, and we have made it a proper cup tie today, which I'm pleased about, but it's no more than I expected. You know, I expected us to come here and have a go at it. I'm disappointed that we've not been able to get the club into a cup final, but you know, a lot of pride in terms of how the support recognised the players' efforts and how the players set about the task.
Hearts have more big saves than Walker.
Yeah.
3 top saves, you know.
Yeah. I still think, Derek, we should maybe make 1 or 2 more of the chances. I think we just having that calmness and that to go and put the ball over the line. But in terms of arriving there time and time again, in terms of the doing things so well to get into those sort of situations, I couldn't be more pleased with them. But it's fine moments. The refereeing decision, it's not just down to that, and I need to make sure we've had chances to score today and we've not took them. So, but the game was probably how I expected it to be. I expected it to be tight. I expected us to be good enough to make it a tie, make it a proper semi-final, and I thought we were that. I said to the players before, I'm getting texts from people before the game, even people from Killie origins saying just that, oh, it's great to get there, just go and enjoy it. It's no great to get here, it's our job to get here. Our job was to get to the final, and we've not been able to do it, but it's not been through a lack of effort.
Boy Armstrong was outstanding, but was that chance crucial at that post?
I think it's came on his right. I haven't seen it again at the time. It's came at him a bit quick, I think, but he's in the right area. Listen, time and time again, I've too many times, and initially with Danny, when crosses coming from that side, he's on the outside looking in, but he's in that area, and I would rather he was in there with a chance to score. And sometimes you go in there, you miss those chances, but at least he was in the right position. He carried the fight the day well. He probably epitomised us as a team today. He was good personality, good appetite for it, and unfortunately he's not been able to take that big moment, but he was terrific throughout.
Derek McInnes just told us he doesn't think the pitch was up to scratch for a semi-final of a showpiece game. What do you feel about the pitch?
We'd had a chat about that. It was really heavy. I know we've been a lot of rain over the last 48 hours or so, and the pitch was particularly heavy. But it was still, I still thought it was some good football played on it. It was, but I've been here before with teams in semi-finals and finals and stuff, and sometimes the pitch can be a wee bit questionable, but it probably could have been better. It'll be even worse for day 2 tomorrow. I'll tell you that. All right, cheers.